If you attempt to lift 1,650 tons today, you need a highly specialized fleet of industrial cranes. Even then, moving a solid mountain of rock is an absolute logistical nightmare. Yet we are taught that early humans cut, moved, and hoisted weights of this magnitude using nothing more than bronze chisels, stone hammers, and raw muscle, dragging them miles over rugged terrain. To understand the scale of what we are dealing with, look at the Forgotten Stone. Resting half-buried in a limestone quarry in northeastern Lebanon, it is the largest cut stone on Earth, abandoned exactly where it was carved. Just a mile from that quarry lie the colossal ruins of Baalbek in the Bekaa Valley. History books confidently assign this achievement to the Romans, focusing entirely on the towering columns of the Temple of Jupiter. But looking beneath those columns reveals a foundation that defies that explanation. Here sits the Trilithon, 3 colossal limestone blocks, each weighing roughly 800 tons. They are suspended gracefully within the foundation, fitted together flawlessly without a single drop of mortar. The Romans documented their engineering projects obsessively, recording their labor forces, tools, and materials. Yet there is no record of them moving, lifting, or placing these specific monoliths. The absence of documentation suggests that the Romans were not the first architects to work this site. Instead, they appear to have built their temple upon a foundation that was already in place when they arrived. Thousands of miles away, high in the Andes Mountains of Peru, the ancient fortress of Sacsayhuaman overlooks the city of Cusco. Its walls are constructed from gigantic boulders, some exceeding 200 tons, cut into complex polygonal shapes. They feature up to 12 distinct angles, wathing into their neighbors like a 3-dimensional jigsaw puzzle, entirely without mortar. Across the Pacific Ocean, beneath the iconic 16th century Osaka Castle in Japan, sits an incredibly familiar sight. The exact same tightly fitted polygonal stone architecture is used for this foundation. This includes the massive octopus stone, tightly locked into place despite weighing an estimated 800 tons. Look closely at the faces of these massive blocks in Peru, Japan, and Egypt, and a highly specific aesthetic detail emerges. Protruding from the stones are small, unexplained geometric knobs. Cultures separated by vast oceans utilized the exact same building techniques, right down to these peculiar stone protrusions. It is a shared blueprint that modern history cannot easily explain. 350 miles south of Giza, deep beneath the Egyptian sands, lies the Osirion. Built from massive blocks of rose granite weighing up to 100 tons each, its austere, minimalist design shares little with the highly decorated temples of the pharaohs. It also functions as a highly sophisticated hydraulic system. When archaeologists try to pump out the groundwater that constantly floods the lower levels, an unidentified, pressurized underground source replenishes the water faster than modern industrial pumps can clear it. The microscopic evidence left on ancient hard stone artifacts across the globe shows perfectly parallel, deep striation marks. Some granite artifacts display perfectly circular tube drill holes with continuous spiral grooves, marks achieved today using high-speed, diamond-tipped rotary drills. Soft copper tools and abrasive sand cannot bite into granite with enough force to create continuous, deeply grooved spirals. The physical marks on the stone suggest the use of machinery capable of intense pressure and high-speed rotation. The accepted timeline of human history insists that advanced engineering emerged only a few thousand years ago, but in southeastern Turkey, the site of Göbekli Tepe dates back 12,000 years. These vast circular enclosures feature 20-ton limestone pillars adorned with incredibly detailed carvings of animals and abstract symbols. This was constructed during an era when humanity was supposedly composed of nomadic hunter-gatherers, long before the arrival of writing or pottery. The site places complex, monumental engineering at the beginning of the known archaeological record. It indicates that sophisticated masonry was not a late development, but a skill present thousands of years earlier than previously thought. After centuries of use, the builders of Göbekli Tepe did something inexplicable. They deliberately and painstakingly buried the entire site under thousands of tons of earth, sealing it away from the world. This timeline graph maps the onset of the Younger Dryas, a period of violent global climate shifts, catastrophic flooding, and plunging temperatures. The geological record of this global crash aligns with the burial of Göbekli Tepe. Burying a massive architectural complex requires generations of coordinated effort. It indicates that the builders were actively trying to protect their site and their knowledge from a devastating event they knew was coming. In the Cappadocia region, the underground city of Derinkuyu provides physical context for this theory of survival. This multi-level subterranean complex was engineered to house up to 20,000 people. It features ventilation shafts, freshwater wells, and massive, heavy stone doors. These doors were designed with a singular security feature. They can only be locked or unlocked from the inside. From the subterranean bunkers of Turkey to the massive foundations of Lebanon and the interlocking walls of Peru, these stones remain as markers of an architectural history that was largely erased. These sites suggest that human progress is not a simple upward climb, but a cycle of magnificent heights and devastating falls. The builders are gone, but their monuments remain, a legacy of a society that prepared for the end of its world.